On the news this morning, Governor Soludo's international partnership attracts Chinese investment firm. NLC Anambra State Chapter condemns CBN surcharges on ATM withdrawals. CBN directs Nigerian banks to publish details of dormant accounts. Vatican says Pope Francis is currently undergoing treatment for pneumonia. Security is here to stay in Anambra State. In the Anambra, remember, security is everyone's business. And for us to have a more secure and livable Anambra State, let us join forces with the government in securing our state. If you see something, say something. Report unscrupulous elements to the security operatives for better security of lives and property. Remember the emergency numbers 5111 and 0800-2200-008. Good morning and welcome to the news. My name is Monye Mokoye. Now, a Chinese company, Shanghai Jianhan Investment Company Limited, has made a significant move into Anambra State, planning investments in key sectors of the state's economy. Correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo reports that the chairman of the company, Mr. Yuzo Peng, who was accompanied by other members of the company, acknowledged the entrepreneurship of Anambra and said that the company is in the state for investment and partnership in some key sectors. His report.
The team, on behalf of Governor Chukwuma Soludo, the Secretary to the State Government, Professor Soluchukwu Bello, appreciated them for considering the state for the investment and assured them of the state government's partnership in areas that would benefit the Anambra and improve the economy of the state.
And what you witness there is a kind of welcome to them, because when people arrive like this, it's important that there is if you like, some members of government that come to meet and greet them and make sure that they have settled into their hotel well.
In separate speeches, the State Commissioner for Industry, Mr. Christian Udechukwu, and his culture, entertainment, and tourism counterpart, Comrade Don Onyenji, expressed hope that the visit of the Chinese team will be fruitful and will attract other foreign investors into the state.
They are in the state to discuss the prospects for special projects in Anambra State, the specifics of which will be made public after we have had those conversations. Yes, but we're happy that they're here.
That they are for real. So I'm happy they're here to discuss with the solution government of Anambra State and to identify potentials we have in terms of development areas. So many of them across interests, across sectors.
In Oka, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
The Speaker of Anambra State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Somtochukwu Udeze, has described as shocking and unfortunate the press release by the State Police Public Relations Officer, SP Tochukwu Ikenga, announcing the escape of two of the arrested suspects involved in the murder of Honorable Justice Azoka of Onitsha North 1 constituency. In a press statement in his office in Oka, Right Honorable Udeze maintained that the State House of Assembly deeply regrets the unfortunate development, which is said cast a shadow over the otherwise commendable and professional manner in which the police have been handling the investigation, emphasizing that the position of the state legislature is that the fleeing suspects must be tracked and apprehended at all costs. The Speaker called on the State Commissioner of Police to redouble his efforts and take all necessary measures to ensure that the escaped suspects are rearrested and brought to justice. According to him, Honorable Azoka did not die in vain. He urged the state police to declare the escaped suspects wanted and publish their full names, addresses, and photographs to enlist public support in tracking them down. Now, the chairman of the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC Anambra State Council, Comrade Humphrey Nwafo, has warned the Bola Tinubu-led government against the incessant increase in tariffs and charges, pointing out that continued ignoring of the economic struggles of the people could lead to widespread hopelessness, ultimately triggering anarchy and mass revolt. The Anambra NLC chairman made the recommendation while speaking to ABS about the recent Central Bank of Nigeria CBN directive on increased ATM charges, a policy that stipulates that a 400 naira fee will be charged for every 20,000 naira withdrawn from bank ATMs, while withdrawals from ATMs outside the bank will attract a 600 naira charge. Comrade Nwafo, who condemned the recent surcharges imposed on Nigerians, expressed dismay that workers in the country are the most affected by the continuous tariff increases, lamenting that due to these unnecessary tariffs and charges, many workers are left with little or nothing after covering their numerous expenses. The Anambra NLC boss, while faulting the way policies are made in Nigeria, recommended that before implementation of decisions such as the telecom tariff, electricity tariff, the recent CBN ATM charges directive and others, that key stakeholders, labor organizations and civil society organizations should be consulted to deliberate on ways to make them less burdensome for the people and possibly find better solutions instead of continuously increasing charges on the masses. A 73-year-old native doctor with about 40 years' experience in practice, Mr. Christopher Nwazogie, has praised Governor Chukwuma Soludo's onslaught against criminals hiding as native doctors in the state, saying that he would not have accepted to be a native doctor if he had a choice and would have resigned from his position because of reputational damages being inflicted by the bad eggs. Mr. Nwazogie, who spoke on the gains of the Anambra State Homeland Security laws, is however asking government to reconsider the ban on sacrifices by roadsides and in rivers, saying it is part of traditional worship. Our correspondent Joseph Ebocha fired this report taken from here.
That Okite, which is said is alien to Igbo culture and not an Anambra thing, is being embraced by many people in desperate pursuit of quick wealth, resulting in all manner of ritual killings. On his appointment as chairman of native doctors in Njikoka Council area, Mr. Nwazogie said he will help government ensure sanity in the area by taking extra measures to sieve out the bad eggs, and reminded all, including his colleagues, that there is punishment for any evil, including shedding of blood.
Atabini odroma ni ko beje chwa iva ye mere onye dibia mo sa chali dibia no gba ni bi ye mecha ni patu wona we shiri onye wona mo wode ni wa oro ko na free.
Away now from state stories, amid efforts to sanitize the financial sector, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has directed all banks and financial institutions to publicly disclose details of dormant accounts, unclaimed balances, and other financial assets on their official websites. The Apex Bank disclosed in a recent circular titled Guidelines on Management of Dormant Accounts, Unclaimed Balances, and Other Financial Assets in Banks and Other Financial Institutions in Nigeria. According to the circular, banks are expected to publish details of dormant accounts, unclaimed balances, and other financial assets on their website and at least 2 in national newspapers. This directive follows an earlier order issued by CBN on July 19, 2024, mandating banks and financial institutions to transfer unclaimed balances and dormant account funds to the Apex Bank's designated accounts. On the foreign scene, Pope Francis has developed pneumonia in both his lungs and his condition remains complex, the Vatican says. The 88-year-old has been suffering from a respiratory infection for more than a week and was admitted to Rome's Gemelli Hospital on Friday. A said lab test, a chest x-ray, and Pope's clinical condition continue to present a complex picture. Despite this, the Vatican said the pontiff remained in good spirits and spent the day reading, resting, and praying. Pope Francis also expressed his gratitude to well-wishers and asked them to pray for him. Before his admission last week, the Pope had bronchitis symptom for several days and had delegated officials to read prepared speeches at events. We pray for his quick recovery. And on sports news now, Newcastle United could have the chance to sign Nigerian forward Victor Boniface this summer, with the Bayer Leverkusen star being offered to the Magpies. According to reports, the 24-year-old, who played a key role in Leverkusen's historic Bundesliga winning campaign under Xabi Alonso, is open to a move to St. James Park. Sources indicate that intermediaries are working on possible exit routes for the striker, and Newcastle has emerged as a possible destination, and they have had Boniface on their radar since last summer. Boniface had been on the verge of joining Saudi Pro League side Al Nassr in January before the move collapsed. And with that sports news, we conclude. But remember, you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube at ABS Television Oka, on X at ABS Radio TV, and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log in to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And the main news again, Governor Soludo's international partnership has attracted Chinese investment firm. NLC Anambra State Chapter has condemned CBN surcharges on ATM withdrawals. CBN has directed Nigerian banks to publish details of dormant accounts. And from the foreign scene, we brought you a report that Vatican has said Pope Francis is currently undergoing treatment for pneumonia. Security is here to stay in Anambra State. In the Anambra, remember, security is everyone's business. And for us to have a more secure and livable Anambra State, let us join forces with the government in securing our state. If you see something, say something. Report on scrupulous elements to the security operatives for better security of lives and property. Remember the emergency numbers 5111 and 0800 2200 008. And that's the news. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Nonya Mwokoye. Good morning and have a blessed day.